Okay. I would like to remind you to take your attendance in the iTag Limsi. Okay, for today, we will go through chapter 10, inshallah. Okay. And then if you want to ask me anything with regards to your assignment, you can actually ask me at the end of this class. Okay, chapter 10 is persuasive message. Okay, persuasive message is quite the same like copywriting lah. If you are doing, I think I already got it, teach you how to do copywriting. So this is theoretical part of chapter. This is the industrial part. Something that you actually do in a real business situation. Okay, but we are going to go through what is the connection between the copywriting that I teach you before and the theoretical part. Okay, so chapter 10 is about how to actually write a message that can persuade people, especially when it comes to business. You are actually persuading people to buy from you. Okay, when it comes to business people, the credibility is very important. What is the meaning of credibility? Credibility is someone that have some sort of what you call it, position in the society. For example, like you are the ministry of what? Okay, ministry of something. You are the IM student, so that is actually your credibility. So when it comes to the like for example, like my students, they did entrepreneurship. So they actually mentioned they are actually from RUM. So that is actually a credibility lah. Okay, so what is the importance of credibility in an era of mistrust? Because right now we cannot trust what we hear. Then this is a period of time that is actually full of lies. Okay, so let's go through the Twitter. Okay, so this one is KKM Malaysia, as you can see. This is official account of Ministry of Health. So this is the credibility that this page have. Okay, if let's say there is no mentioning about this one, maybe people say that, oh, maybe this is actually a fake account, or maybe some sort of account that we will give a lot of lies. Ada lagi ni, jangan ni follow. Complex KKKM. Okay. Okay. So the example for this chapter is going to be KKM Malaysia. I'm not going to. You're just going to go through how they write, because they are the perfect example lah nowadays. Because we get SMS from them. Like every day we get SMS from KKM. Like yesterday I got. Let me go through. But I get KKM MKN. They mentioned about I got SMS. I think one day we can get around how many? 4, 3, 2. Yeah, like yesterday on Sunday I got 4 sorry. 4 SMS. Okay. Now MKN or the government actually using SMS. So in business as well, if you want your business to get lots of new customer, go for SMS lah. Okay, applying the AIM planning process to persuasive message. So you need to analyze your audience, gathering, and develop a message. Okay, so using your Instagram account, then if you manage to get 100 followers, you can actually go and see who is actually your customer, where they come from, their age. So you analyze your audience, and then based on the information that you get, the data that you get from the Instagram, then you can actually make a message that suit for them. For example, like top customer that you get is around age around 25 to 30. So you can actually make a message that is actually suit for them. When you understand your audience, you can actually persuade them based on shared purpose and also values. Okay, show people that they are needed and appreciated. Okay, let's go and see it in the KKM Malaysia. This one, 536,000 get the B40 scheme. Okay, I'm sorry lah, because this one is actually in Malay. Some of them are in English. Example like this is facts. This one. This is COVID-19 status. Okay. Uh, Basically a lot of facts lah been given by the KKM. Okay. If we look at the SMS that they give us every day, I'm not sure the international students that actually here can understand, but most of the SMS is actually talking about persuading you. For example, like what do you call it? Take care of yourself, follow SOPs, that kind of thing. Okay. So what is the methods of influence? Reciprocation. This is like win-win situation. Okay. Why the government of Malaysia want us to get vaccine? Because of it will help them on the hospitalization. Okay, and also we get good health lah. Okay, something like that. Consistent social proof. Social proof is actually facts. And then what the KKM give, for example, like this one. This is social proof. How many people already recovered? What is the local case? How many people are actually dying? How many people are getting vaccinated? So this is actually social proof. Liking is actually like this one lah. This one like. Okay, so when it comes to social media, we can see lah how many people actually liking the post. All right. Authority, basically the authority of KKM. All right. And then and scarcity. Okay, so you can see here. This is copywriting for business. For example, scarcity is like only for today. If you are doing business, you only have one product, single product only for today. For example, like KKM before, they open up for AstraZeneca. It's very scarce. If you remember that AstraZeneca, when being introduced in Malaysia, many of our the netizen in Malaysia kind of wanted to to reject the idea of getting AstraZeneca because of the side effects. But what government did is they making it as part of scarcity. So they open up a website. They open up a website to actually for the citizen of Malaysia to register to get AstraZeneca. Okay. The first phase of registration, not so much people register, but the second phase, people are starting to to have a war with the system. I am the second phase of AstraZeneca. So what did the government did? They make it scarce. They make it the AZ vaccine scarcity. Okay, it's actually quite rare lah for the citizen to get AstraZeneca, kan? So they make it rare to actually push up the value of AstraZeneca that people doesn't like at the first place. Okay. Okay, persuade through emotion and reason. As you can see in copywriting as well, they have psychological trigger, emotion of the readers. This is the emotion, sense of urgency. Also been used in the second phase of AstraZeneca. All right. Prospect nature, honesty. This is the emotion trigger lah. You can see in the theoretical part, competing ideas. Competing. They compete to get the AstraZeneca products and service. Okay. This one is you need to gather the right information when you want to do something lah, when you want to write something. Okay. So the component of persuasive message, you need to gain attention. When it comes to the copywriting, basically I give you some attention. The formula of ICA ni. For example, like are you tired of ironing your shawls? This is actually gaining attention lah. Okay. Raise a need. Want to spend time with your little ones? This is actually spending time with family is actually needs. Okay, raise a need. Deliver a solution. Okay, deliver a solution. Ironless, this is solution. Ironless, fast free, anya instant, shawl new invention. Ironless and fast free is actually solution. And provide a rationale made specially for women who always in a rush, and this is rationale. Okay, time saver. Okay, this one is validate the views. Okay, give counterpoints or optional, and call to action. Call to action is something like this one. Okay. Validate the views, preference, concern of others. Basically, it's actually much more detailed description of it lah. Okay. So we validate because of the onion is actually it's actually iron free Korean cotton, cooling and thin and whatsoever. And when it comes to the conviction, it's actually like this one only. Okay. The action. This is call to action, or people call it as action or call to action. To ask our customer to buy from us. So basically, call to action in social media is actually putting something like link to our website, call or WhatsApp us. Okay, so when it comes to KKM Malaysia, as you can see here, for more detail, visit. This is call to action. Visit something. All right. Okay. This one is attention getters lah. I already told you before with Anya Instant. Okay. The testimony, you can actually put some sort of testimony. So you can see that in the real copywriting in real life. So you can see we need to actually include testimony as well. Justify the purchase value or proof of value, and also there is a testimony from the customer that already use it. Okay. Tone and style right for persuasive message. Apply the personal touch. Okay, personal touch only can be done once you know your audience. If you do not know your audience, you cannot actually apply for personal touch. For example, you are selling batik sarung, or the batik, what you call it, the sarung kain, the clothes. You think that your audience will actually around 20 something, but when you sell that product, you get the audience around 40 something. Then so how, for example, like 40 years old customer, they probably doesn't like short forms in the write up. For example, like BTW, by the way, you need to use full sentence, okay? And then that's actually going to apply the personal touch. Lah. Use action oriented, write with confidence. Okay, this one we will to go through this one. Okay. So the voice in persuasive message, there are three. You voice, we voice, there are four, sorry. I voice and impersonal voice. Okay. The you voice, when you write up, you actually put you. When you take out an auto loan, you get a variety of resource. Okay. So this is a you voice. When you write up, you put you inside of it. You, this one you, okay. Assuming you know what is good for someone else. Okay. Caution. When you are using this one, you need to emphasize, you need to highlight what is your customer benefits that you will get, that they will get from you. So you are actually using you. Next one is we voice. We voice, you are write up using we inside the sentences. We've instilled a personal touch, assuming that you and your customer have shared common belief, have shared. So that's why we are using we in our write up. This is actually to highlight shared work goals. Okay. At Brighter Horizons, we've instilled basically NGO love to use we. For example, like Islamic Relief, we care about those who are hungry and certain thing. Okay, so we actually have a share common belief. I voice is using I. After examining the result of our credit, I am convinced. Okay, this is actually implies self-centered lah. But you must be very careful lah. If I am a content creator before, and even now, I basically do not use I in my content write-up lah. Impersonal voice is actually using an object or a company. Doesn't have any I, you, or we. For example, like between credit union and banks. The banks and credit union being represented by the impersonal voice. This one to emphasize objectivity and neutrality. When you are using something else, for example, like banks or some companies, it will lower the bias. Lah. Next one is making tangible statement. Um, this one talking about benefit that credit union save members save members about 8 billion a year thanks to better interest. Okay, this is actually not really it's quite subjective. This one talking about credit union save 400 each year, so it's actually much more tangible. Okay, so when you are actually doing a business write up or copywriting, you must be very specific on what the customer actually can get. Okay, so let's go for KKM first. Yeah. So you can see here, basically when we are actually looking at this KKM, we actually looking at how which state that have the highest ICU. Orang Negeri Sembilan Melaka, 70 Kelantan. Okay. The lowest one is around Perlis because I think Perlis is small. Klang Valley is also high. Okay. So at one point we as a reader we kind of like see lah what is actually going on. Okay. This one is talking about SOPs. Okay. And so on. So tangible, this is tangibles. This is tangibles. You have 58,000 empty cases. This is actually tangibles. And right now, infographic is actually being used a lot when you are doing copywriting, which is very, very good. Lah. when it comes to this one. All right, this one. Okay. Using action-oriented lively language. Nationally has a nationally accredited program for treatment of breast cancer. The Betty William Breast Cancer runs. This is the action verb. Using action verbs or action wording. That's actually much better. Okay. Writing with confidence. Okay, as you can see at our upcoming board meeting, I would like actually not really confident. At our upcoming board meeting, I will present it's actually much more confident way of writing up. Okay. Okay, emphasizing choice. Okay. You owe it to the woman in your life to make a difference. You can help make a difference. Okay. This is actually making some sort of sentence becoming a choice lah. Okay. The walkathon will be held on Saturday. Do your part to improve. Okay. Will be held on Saturday. Part. Please join Betty, the relative, Dave One, and okay. This is actually highlighting the choice of getting fun, excitement, and hope. You can also, for example, like if you are in the business situation, you can actually say that okay, product A is not have this benefit, but if you want a more benefit or beneficial product, you can actually get our product B, which is have this benefit and benefit. Basically, like if you go through the range of products, yeah, in one company, for example, like Nestle, they have Milo, they have a lot of things there to actually emphasizing on choices lah. This is show positivity. Okay. So when it comes to copywriting, some of writers, they are using a headline that is actually not really positive. For example, like this one is actually positive lah. Are you tired? You want to something like that. And then this is basically a positive way. But some writers in some copywriters actually are using a negative. For example, like your you have face full of acne. Okay, other that kind of example. Okay, uh wanted to become like what was Zainal, for example, wanted to become like Britney Spears, something. Okay, so they emphasize on negativity, which as a marketer myself, I do not really like when people are using negativity. It's kind of like but at some point that kind of marketing styles actually also sold out, but some feel very offended lah with it. Can this is the ethical of copywriter copywriting. Okay, so make sure you have enough money as long as you live. This is actually much more persuasive. Managing longevity rates. This is actually much more nerdy and it's kind of like a book. So personal touch also need uh, to be what you call it, adapted in write up. And this is a statement to avoid this time around lah. Trust me. Who are you? We are going to trust. Do not use trust me or we speak your language. No, there's no such thing. Unbelievable. Your call is important to us. We care about our customers. Basically, this is kind of cliche things you need to avoid. This is the right product for you. No, don't use that. What you need to understand is do not use it. Our hands are tied. Do not use some sort of negativity. Okay. Are you concerned about the security of family? This is fear tactics. This is what I can consider as a negative. Are you concerned about the security of your family? Act now or you miss this opportunity. This is kind of like the fear tactics that a lot of copywriters use nowadays. Yeah. but do not use it. Okay, let's go for KKM. Okay, KKM have a lot of ways to actually use fear tactics, but they do not write like that. Okay, as you can see, there is no one. They just stating the fact. They just put the fact. They just put the figure. They do not say that if you do not get vaccine, you will go to ICU. You will get sick and die. There's no such thing. Okay. Just put up the status. Okay. But you can see like the one who actually commenting about dying and all is actually the netizen in the comment, but not in the KKM status. They're just talking about booster dose. What is the benefit of booster dose vaccination? The SOP at the booster dose. Where is it? SOP. Okay. This one is the. This one is talking about the number of deaths, but they don't actually say it's because of people do not get vaccine. There's no such thing. So even the government also must be very very careful when it comes to write up, so that it will not get backlash again. Because in our country and another country as well in the world, there are those who are pro-vax and also anti-vax. So we are actually respecting each other lah. Okay, we need to respect each other lah. That's one. Okay. Avoiding exaggeration and superlative. This is actually overreact lah. You can trust us. This is something that you cannot use in this era anymore. Okay. Because of why? Because of netizen nowadays have so many sources that we can actually find. It doesn't matter that you are from. You can just Google. You can just Google. We can just find it. For example, like talking about the Omicron variant, we go to the if you kind of feel like okay KKM's, I think KKMC is very very not good. I think it's, maybe they are they are wrong, so we go back to the WHO. We can actually go to WHO. Okay. Okay, we go to WHO and we go see and see what is the facts about the Omicron and all. Also, this one, no one should be faced with the choice say that your money or your life. This is fear tactics, but they are emphasizing that no one should be faced the fear tactics, the fear things. Okay, which is good lah. This is right up a good write up lah. To achieve health for every month and the acute stage, okay, and all. Okay. The report also stressed that increase in access service were not repeated. Okay. So at one point, we can say that the copywriting that people are using for content creation and also business is quite the same lah. But business always use a very negative way to actually get get the customer, which is I don't, as a marketer myself, I didn't actually agree with that lah. We should not instill fear in our customer mind. Okay, this one is exaggeration. Creating internal persuasive message. What is internal? Internal and external message. This is for ideas. Internal is actually for ideas lah. The idea that we actually want to focus before we actually. This is basically on ideas that we want people to join us when it comes to ideas. External message basically products or services. This is actually on the business level, but this is only on ideas. Ideas basically content creation, like World Health Organization or maybe KKM. This is ideas. I can say that this is content creation only lah. with no attachment of products and service. This is actually on products and service when it comes to external message. Okay. So overview of business problem. This is how idea. Okay, basically people are using this for business pitching as well lah. Okay, and then this is for product and service, catchy statement, description on of unmet needs, this kind of thing. Eh. Want to spend more time with your little one. This is unmet needs. Elaboration why your product service is actually very good. For example, like this one with the benefit of this Anya instant. Okay, elaboration why your product or service will benefit the customer. Okay, this one is talking about uh, time saver and so on. This is actually for product. Basically, on internal message is actually ideas. How your idea or policy address the problem, elaboration of why your idea is policy. Okay, so when it comes to WHO, what they actually did, when it comes to KKM, what they always talk about is actually the SOP. SOP is actually policy. It's a policy of COVID. Okay, so what they did is they always emphasizing on the what is it? Mana tadi? 3S. This one Um, 3W, wash, wear, and warn. Okay, this is the policy of KKM. They make up the policy, and they want the citizen to follow. Okay, another one is appreciation, counterpoints, and action. Okay, recommendation of course of action. This is actually on idea. When it comes to the product and service, recognition of customer resistance, sometimes talking about those testimonial explanation why your product is better than competing product. Basically, in Malaysia, we cannot say that, for example, you are using shampoo, Pantene, and Rejoice. Okay. For example, company of Rejoice want to compare between their shampoo and also their the Pantene shampoo. Okay. In Malaysia, there is a rule saying that we cannot compare by mentioning the brand name. Okay. In Malaysia, but in other country, in Western country, they can. For example, like Pantene versus Rejoice, they can actually mention that. Okay, why they are better than the Pantene, for example. Okay, specific step to take forward. This one call to action lah. This one also call to action. Even hashtag nowadays is actually call to action nowadays. Hashtag also considered as call to action, and also tagging. Tagging also is call to action. Clinical research for okay, we don't know this. Okay, so this is a research and so on. At one point, the death here is actually instill some sort of fear, lah, but it doesn't mention or doesn't say that you are going to die if you're not actually taking vaccine or something. There's no such thing, because some people who have vaccine also die again because of COVID. So what is the conclusion is actually our age been determined by God. Okay, we just actually put the effort towards a betterment of our health. Okay, less effective. This one you can see lah later on. Internal persuasive message actually for focusing on promoting ideas. This is much more direct and straightforward, based on logical. This one is like to influence a superior, to influence employee, to influence investor. This kind of internal persuasive message. Okay. So there are some theory when it comes to decision making. This is Kessler 5 touch points. This one, the sniff, story, data, ask, close. The sniff is attention lah, as you can see. This is attention, sniff. The story is talking about this one is the story. Okay, the data, the facts that been done by a lot of content creator. Okay, what's more? The ask. For example, you can actually mention about the question inside your copyright tab. Do you love this season, or do you want to spend time? For example, need furniture you bought to be delivered on the same day. There is a question mark. You can actually ask as well in your copyright tab, and then you close it. The close with basically call to action lah. Action. And then there is another one Williamson Miller decision making approach. Okay, basically followers. They studied executive based on their decision making approach, charismatic, skeptics, thinkers, and controllers. So if you go to here, this is basically understanding your audience lah. Understanding your audience. Ada sini ni. You know. Okay. So basically understanding your audience, followers, they always follow you. Kind of like fan base. For example, like artists, they have followers. Charismatics, skeptics always think haters lah, I can say. Thinkers, they read, but they think first. Controllers, they control everything. For example, like controllers is someone that is actually controlling the issue. Okay. For example, like let's go and see. Yang ada kat bawah ni. Let's go and see. Went into lobby. Address the following issue the rakyat facing tonight on your program. Lack of response on my sejahtera to Malaysian overseas. Okay, so this kind of you can actually say that they are controllers. The one who actually give opinion and advice. Also issue on Malaysian overseas applying for home quarantine but not getting approval for more than 14 days. Something like that. Charismatic, basically someone who have credibility lah. Good luck, the intention is good, but no matter how the people are deep in conspiracy theories, fake news, science, something like that lah. There are some thinkers. You can see that the netizen can be thinkers, can be controllers, can be haters inside one single post. Okay, external persuasive message. Basically, this is for business, for product and service. You need to employ your voice, and you need to describe tangible benefits. You should personalize, upbeat, positive. Must be very positive. Avoid guilt trips, extreme negative terms. I have no example lah when it comes to this one, but there are many of advertisement out there who actually put the guilt trips, especially on the skincare product kind of thing. Okay, composing mass sales message. What is the meaning of mass sales message? This is something that KKM did. You receive SMS every single day. This is actually mass message. Okay. It can be included in emails, online ads, sales letters, or SMS, WhatsApp. Okay. Less expensive than hard copy sales, can raise brand awareness and also structure to be adjusted. Okay. This is gain attention, generate interest, build desire, and call to action. So let's go and see our. Okay. So basically, there is some message that I received from MKN, which is the government. Individual age 18 and above already like receive vaccine COVID-19, full vaccine COVID-19, or are suitable to get the dose booster dose. For more information, COVID-19.moh. There is a call to action in there. Will desire gain attention is individual 18 years old. This is gain attention, gain interest. Already received the full COVID-19 can get the uh, booster dose. This one you need when you are doing the composed mass sales, you need to have a unified team that customer can recognize quickly lah. Common thing is price, more effective with the direct approach. So for those who actually like the one that I just read to you, it's actually targeting on the teenagers that young adults that is actually 18 and above. It's actually including me as well lah. 18 and above, including me as well. And then you need to review lah by applying the fair test. Fair test is facts. You need to know that the facts are correct or not, whether that the facts is presented correctly or not. Sometimes the facts are correct but not presented correctly. There isn't a different way. And then for example, like the KKM want to come up with this kind of like infographic. They need to really review how the netizen will interpret. So they need to be very straightforward. Okay. Instead, for example, like if they just put cases there, we do not know whether that is actually past cases, current cases, or maybe since the beginning of the cases, that kind of thing. So they need to make sure that they are very, very clear about the wording that they are used. Okay, so that's why they are using local cases, imported cases. Okay, but also I think that their infographic is actually improving every single time lah. When people start commenting and complaining and give advising, and they took the initiative to actually do much more better way of presenting the information. Okay, for example, like this one is the SOP, so they come out with the what you call the infographic as well to actually take up the intention of people to actually see the infographic. Access, how accessible and transparent the motive, reasoning, and information. Did your motive clear? So basically, in KKM, they mention about they want to reduce hospitalization. They mention about that lah. So they are very clear about what they want, but also they want to make sure that the citizen healthy. Okay, so be very transparent. Sometimes copywriters, they tend to, especially scammers lah, they tend to actually not very transparent lah. And the impacts, how the communication impact the readers. What is the impact of the post that they put? As you can see here, basically we go through. This one is 20 reply. Let's go. And 20 reply means that this post have some sort of impacts. A lot of haters in there. What's this netizen say? What is the big difference between vaccinated and unvaccinated? This one haters. Okay. A lot of haters. Siap bagi ni hadis lagi. Gosh. Okay. And then how respect full you are with your communication. So basically, do not use negative tone, negative wording. Okay, fear and whatsoever. Basically, KKM doesn't reply lah to the haters. If you are content creators, if let's say there are some haters, you just ignore je lah. Okay, so that's all for chapter 10. Hopefully you guys understand. This is very very connected to copywriting in the real business situation lah. Okay, this is very connected. So you can see there is a difference between theoretical and also real business slides, but it's actually goes back to the theoretical as well lah. Okay, all right. So any question? You guys have any question with regards to assignment? Okay, no, all right. Okay, this one is day. I will not give you class exercise. What I want you to do is you need to go to class, go to iTalim and take your grammar quiz. Okay, the grammar quiz I will open for 2 weeks lah, but for the attendance for this Wednesday, it will depends on the quiz. You know what I mean? Okay. The quiz will be in MCQ, MCQ multiple choice question. There will be 20 questions. Okay. I will open up to 30 minutes. Okay. You can take only one time. Within the 2 weeks time. But hopefully you all will be done during the class lah, the class time. Okay. The class time next Wednesday. Okay, the attendance will be based on the class time, the quiz. But if you cannot come to the class, you have something else to do, or maybe you have something, you are sick or whatever on the Wednesday class, you can actually take other time. But I will take your attendance on Wednesday based on the quiz. So take the quiz within the within this week. Up to Sunday. So the Wednesday attendance within this week. Okay, I will open the quiz during starting during class time next Wednesday, this Wednesday. Okay, up to 2 weeks time. That one depends lah. Okay, because if I put class exercise and also quiz together, they will be like redundant. I hope that the system will not get hang lah. That's why I just put the quiz. You do your quiz lah. Grammar only. No need to read your chapter. Hopefully you guys okay lah with the grammar. Get your 10 marks, full 10 marks. What's more? Okay. When you do your quiz, if you have technical error, suddenly your internet down. Okay, you need to screenshot the technical error. You need to PM me. If you do not have the evidence saying that you have technical error or something, I cannot allow you to take the retake quiz. There is a retake quiz for those who have technical error, but after 1st January, after the quiz close. Okay. After 1st January, then those who have technical error can actually retake the quiz. Okay. Any question with regards to the quiz? No. All right. Okay, so I think that's all. So I would like to remind you for your attendance. Take your attendance in item C for today. Okay. Let us close our session with Tasbih Kifarah and Surah Wal-As. If you have any question, if you want me to answer you off record, you can actually stay for a while. Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
All
Thank you,
right.
madam.
Madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
All right.